With the next two supplements on the horizon, I thought it's about time to paint another Space Marine. This time we are painting a Son of Corax. Let's paint a Raven Guard Reiver. How's it going, guys? Gonna try something a little bit different with the painting format. So, as you're probably aware, we got our Raven Guard Reiver here. He's got a beaky helmet instead, just to add that extra bit of Raven Guard flavor. And his weapons will be the carbine option, which is on this bit of sprue here. So, to start with, we are going to, well, I guess I should mention he's been based black. He's been primed black already. Before we apply our Nuln Oil washes, we're going to get a bunch of base colors down, such as the metals, the metal materials, any red details, and leather details as well. Yep, the red areas are done. Got a little bit of shoulder trim here. The next base material we're going to cover is the leathers, which is going to be done in a Rhinox Hide. Alright guys, so with the base materials defined with their initial layers, it's time to do the shade. We'll be layering downwards instead of upwards, meaning that this is the brightest his armor will appear. We want our Raven Guard to be dark, and I want to maximize the contrast. So we'll layer down from this value and only use like edge highlights to go beyond this value. I think that's the approach I'll take. And I thought, just to add some variety to the scheme, probably give him a veteran helmet, so it'll be white to give him that K-Van Shrike sort of feel. Alright, so here we are with the whites done in for the helmet and his close assault badge on his chest. So we're going to hit these with, it'll be a blend of Coelia Greenshade and Lahmian Medium. It will be probably a 1-to-1 ratio. Alright guys, so here we are. The wash has dried on his helmet and he's looking a bit greeny because of it, but we're going to go back in and layer up the white tones in there, so it'll effectively be just in the recesses, giving it some cool definition. Thought at this point it might be a good idea to do the eyes, because we're already working with the helmet and then we can kind of leave them done once we know they're finished. So the colors we're going to be using are these red tones. I confirmed that Raven Guard eyes are indeed red. So we got Mephiston Red, Evil Sun Scarlet, and Wild Rider. And I have a white scar as well, which can be frustrating to use, but we can, if used sparingly, I find it does a pretty good job. So, let's begin. Alrighty, so for our dark tones, we will be using Abaddon Black and Eshin Grey. So Eshin Grey, we're going to use a mix of the range of tones available between these two colors, and I'm probably not going to use pure Eshin Grey at all. It'll just be mostly Abaddon Black, with Eshin Grey added to taste to lighten areas as desired. So the next step will be to do the edge highlighting on the black panels of the armor. The plan is to use these two colors here. We have Eshin Grey and DawnStone. So it's going to be I'm going to try and do a two-step edge highlight where the second step, DawnStone, the lighter color, will be thinner. And my plans are to use these two brushes here. I have my general brush. Excuse me. I have my general brush and this finer one. From this point, the dark tones are done for the armor, and we're going to take Stormhost Silver and do some highlights on our lead Belcher based sections, which it would include the details on the gun as well. However, this mold line here has been bothering me, so we're going to clean that up in this section, and then we're going to apply highlights with Stormhost Silver to the metallic areas as well. Alrighty, so next we're going to take some white scar and mix it with our cool matte gray / Celstra gray. Just because we don't want to deal with the chalky finish of the white pigment, and we don't need it to be pure white. And we're going to use this to add some more definition and edge highlights to the white areas. Next, we're going to do the brown areas, which include the pouches and purity seal paper. For these, we're going to use these three colors here: Rhinox Hide, Steel Legion Drab, and Army Painter Skeleton Bone. The pouches will be shaded by blending between these two and edge highlighting with pure Steel Legion Drab, and the parchment will be done by using these two and edge highlight. So at this point, I think he's ready to be switched onto a nicer base. So I have a Sector Imperialis base here, a pin and a pin vise, and we'll get this guy on a much more deserving and more interesting base. Alright guys, so I put him on a Sector Imperialis base, and at this point we're pretty much ready for just the freehand details. But first, we're going to glue the arms onto this Reiver, and then we're going to, well, while those arms dry, we're going to paint the base. So with the base done, or the base colors applied, we're ready for a wash. So we're going to use pretty simple Agrax earth. So now as the base continues to dry, I can begin working on the freehand for this guy. And finally, the Son of Korax is ready to strike from the shadows. Thanks for watching. I find color schemes that are mostly black or white quite challenging, so I hope you guys are able to glean some value through my experience. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button, and if you want to help this channel grow, consider subscribing. It's greatly appreciated. And if you got any questions or comments, feel free to ask away. And with that, I hope to see you guys in the next one.